As I began working on The Exposed, which is a documentary on contaminated nuclear workers at various plants in the United States that produce such weapons or weapons components, it's been apparent to me that there's been a great deal of lying on the part of the Department of Energy and the Department of Labor, or at least finessing the facts, hiding the facts, obscuring the facts, keeping the facts from the people who are hurt, injured, sick, ill, dying, who have died, problems of compensation, problems of accurate medical records, problems of what they call dose reconstruction, which is the way they analyze whether the Department of Labor analyzes whether somebody is eligible for compensation under the Energy Employees Occupational Illness Compensation Program Act of 2000, which is now in the midst, or at least hoped to be reformed so that it addresses some of the issues that the contaminated workers have. But the whole idea of being contaminated is just a terrible thing. To be exposed by producers of these weapons to the contaminating effects of both toxins and radioactive dangers is just unconscionable. I can't imagine how anybody could allow that to happen, as one worker put it, just to provide even passively an exposure, and to finesse that exposure would be something that if we did this ourselves, if we exposed somebody to radioactive materials or to toxic materials, we personally would be arrested and held and indicted, no question, and tried, possibly for murder if that person died in some degree. So I work through this whole thing now with a heavy heart in many ways, and having interviewed just a few people so far and having researched some of the records. But the extent of the contamination is in the 6-digit figure across the nation, according to these folks who are looking out for the workers and who themselves are exposed. Thousands and thousands. It's just ridiculous that we would allow this to happen, that our agencies would allow that, people in the agencies would allow this to happen. I can't fathom this, but this is something I'm pursuing in the documentary.